Good morning, students. Let's see the continuity of D block elements. Okay. Highest density elements in periodic table is osmium and iridium. What we call it is osmium. This one is iridium. This is the correct one. In the last class I told you here indium ion, that is wrong. Correct that one. Okay. Osmium and iridium has highest density in the periodic table, and also these are the D block and transition elements. Okay. In the last class I told you this is indium. Indium is not correct. Iridium. Okay. Keep that in our mind. Okay. And write the bit. The structure of manganese in 3D transition series is option A BCC, structure, option B HCP, option D CCP structure, option C, option D complex structure. Okay. So the manganese structure is complex structure. Keep it in our mind. Okay. Here BCC means body centered cubic. Here HCP means hexagonal closed pack. And CCP means cubic closed pack. Okay, these are the structures. Here manganese in complex structure. Okay, it has a difficult structure. Keep it in our mind. Okay, and next bit. Structure of mercury is option A BCC structure, option B HCP structure, option C CCP structure, option D complex. Okay, so this is also a complex structure. Okay. Transition elements except zinc, cadmium and Hg have transition elements except zinc, cadmium and Hg have high melting point, high melting point, high boiling points, non-volatility in nature. Non-volatile means not evaporate easily. Evaporate means easily converted as vapor or liquid. So, and having metallic bond, option E, all. Option E is the correct one. Okay. So except zinc, cadmium, remaining all are having high melting point, high boiling point, non-volatility, and having metallic bond nature. And so which one is correct one? All are correct one. Okay. And let's see one more important bit here. In the 3D transition, in the 3D transition series, that is from scandium to zinc, scandium to zinc, zinc has least heat of atomization or enthalpy of atomization delta H atom Y. The enthalpy of atomization value for zinc is 126 kilojoule per mole. Delta H atom of zinc. Already we discussed about that. What is heat of atomization? Okay. What is the reason? Here option A, more number of unpaired d electrons in zinc. B, unpaired electrons in D of zinc is absent. A and B, D none. Okay. The answer is unpaired electron in D of zinc is absent. That is the answer. Let's see. What is the atomic number of zinc here? The atomic number of zinc is 30. Atomic number of zinc is 30. Clear? Now write its electronic configuration: argon 4s2 3d 10. There is d orbital, you know very well, that is 3d. Okay. So how many electrons here? 10. all are paired here, all are paired, all electrons are paired. That means absence of unpaired or single electrons, unpaired or single electrons. So due to the absence of unpaired electrons, so interatomic attractions in between zinc atoms very less. Attractions are very less. So metallic bond is not strong. In between zinc and zinc there is a metallic bond. Why zinc is metal? You know that metallic bond is very weak. Okay. If metallic bond is strong, then it has high heat of atomization or enthalpy of atomization. But due to the absence of unpaired electron, its metallic bond is weak, so we can easily break. Okay. So that is the phenomena here. So heat of atomization or enthalpy of atomization for zinc is very less when comparing with remaining elements in 3D transition series, except zinc here. Zinc cannot. So remain 3D transition metals except zinc has at least one unpaired electrons in 3D. So they have heat of atomization values more than zinc. So they consist unpaired electrons remaining except zinc here. Okay, that is the reason. Is it clear, students, up to? Next one, zinc, cadmium, Hg. These three are belongs to second B group in the periodic table or 12th group. Okay. These three are having less melting point and boiling point values due to absence of unpaired electrons in D. In D or n minus 1D we call it is. Okay. So these are having less melting point and boiling point values. What is the reason? Due to the absence of unpaired electrons. Keep it in our mind. And in 3D transition series, vanadium has highest melting point, boiling point and highest heat of atomization or enthalpy of what is the atomic number? 23. Here it has argon 4s2 3d3. How many unpaired electrons are here? 3. So 3 unpaired electrons are possible. Unpaired electrons, here 3 electrons. So it has highest melting point and boiling point, and also highest heat of atomization in 3D transition series. 3D transition series means scandium to zinc. Okay, so lowest heat of atomization or melting point or boiling point in 3D transition series is which one? Zinc. Zinc. Why? Because absence of unpaired electrons in 3D of zinc. In only 3D transition series here we are discussing. Okay? Clear? Let's see. In 6th B group, of periodic table, chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. This is the group. Chromium belongs to 3D transition series, molybdenum belongs to 4D transition series, and tungsten belongs to 5D transition series. Okay, clear? Here these are having high melting point values. So here tungsten has nearly 3410 degrees Celsius melting point value. Okay, tungsten has highest melting point value in periodic table and also in 6th B group. Okay, so now what is the melting point order? Melting point order is 3D is less than 4D is less than 5D. What is 3D here? Chromium is less than, molybdenum is less than 5D, tungsten. Okay, clear? Highest melting point means very difficult to melt. Okay, write the question. Why tungsten used in bulbs as filament? Option A, it has highest melting point value. Option C, melting point, it has lowest melting point value. Option B, option C, A and B, option D, none of this one. Option A, it has highest melting point value. So tungsten used as a filament in bulbs. Okay, that is the reason. Why transition elements has highest heat of atomization or enthalpy of atomization. Okay, so write the answer. Okay, transition metals or elements has larger number of unpaired d or n minus 1 d electrons in addition to ns electron, n minus 1 d after ns. Okay, so large number of unpaired electrons are possible in n minus 1 d and ns. Okay, stronger interatomic attractions possible due to unpaired electrons. Okay, they can make stronger metal bond, that we also call it is metallic bond, and also we call it is covalent in nature, very strong in nature, metal bond. Okay, option D all. So answer is D. Okay, so when metallic bond is strong, why it is strong? Due to the presence of unpaired electrons. So due to the unpaired electrons, what happened? Interatomic interactions are very strong. Okay, so important one. And ninth one. Okay, let's see. In seventh B group we have manganese, technetium, rhenium. Manganese, technetium, rhenium. This is the group from top to bottom. This is belongs to 3D transition. Technetium belongs to 4D. Rhenium belongs to 5D. These three are belongs to seventh group. This is fourth period in the periodic table. And this is fifth period. And this is sixth period. Okay, these three are having d5 configuration. That means the d orbital having 5 unpaired electrons. So d5 configuration is there. Here also d5, here also d5. d5 means how many unpaired electrons are possible? 1 2 3 4 5. Here also 5. What about this one? 5. Okay, 3D, 4D, 5D. Okay, so now what about the melting point? Okay, so keep that in your mind. Here manganese has complex structure. So very very important, already we discussed about this one. So it has lowest melting point, okay, melting point, even though it has 5 unpaired electrons in its D. It has unpaired electrons. I think it has more melting point value, but it has very least melting point in 3D transition series, okay, which is belongs to 6th B group. What is the reason? Even though it possesses 5 unpaired electrons, it has very least lowest melting point value. So what is that reason? Okay, so nearly that melting point value is nearly 1245 degrees Celsius. 1245 degree Celsius it has. Okay, so what is the reason? Due to its complex structure. Manganese has complex structure. This is the answer. Actually we are expecting manganese has 5 unpaired electron, it may have more melting point, but it has low melting point value among 3D transition series. What is that reason? Due to complex structure of manganese. Note it down. And in the same manner technetium also, but technetium has HCP structure, hexagonal close packed structure. So it is also lowest melting point values in 4D transition series. 4D transition series in 7th B group. In 7th B group only. Okay, 7th B group. Okay, so for rhenium it has high melting point value than manganese and technetium. Manganese and technetium. So melting point order is now 3D, 4D, 5D. So what is 3D? Manganese, and here technetium. So very less values. And what about this one? Rhenium. So here you should keep that in your mind. Why manganese and technetium has lowest melting point? Especially we have the question from manganese. Due to its complex structure, it has less melting point, even though it possesses 5 unpaired electrons. 5 unpaired electrons. Keep it in our mind. But rhenium has someone better than these two. Okay, these two. Let us take one more question. Why mercury is a liquid metal that is soft at room temperature. Okay, so you know mercury, its electronic configuration is xenon 4f14 5d10 6s2. Okay, here size of f orbital is greater than 5d is greater than 4f 5d 6s. This is the bigger size orbitals, these two are. Okay, f and d orbitals, larger size orbitals, and is there any unpaired electrons here? Single electrons. In a D there is 10 electrons. It has completely fulfilled. In F there is 14 electrons, it also completely fulfilled. In S also completely fulfilled configuration. So here, so in the above, no unpaired electrons, no unpaired electrons, no unpaired electrons. Am I right? No electrons. So no stronger interatomic interactions. That means no stronger metallic bonding. There is no metallic bonding. Okay. So clear, no metallic bonding. And one more important thing and very important reason. Okay. Here 4f and 5d orbitals shows very poor shielding effect, or screening effect. So what is screening effect? So this is the nucleus, this is the 4f, this is 5d, this is 6s electrons. Okay, this is the nucleus positive center, am I right? Nucleus of Mercury, suppose this is. These are the inner orbits, am I right? Here 24 electrons are there. These are called as inner orbits. Okay, these inner orbits act as screens or shields in between nucleus and 6s electrons. Okay, act as screens. These screens are very poor screens. These screens are these shows poor screening effect. So simple, write down this. Size of F and D orbital is very high. Okay, and here these are actually act as screens, like a wall in between these two. Due to this wall, the attraction forces between nucleus and outermost electrons are very less generally. But due to the bigger size of these F orbital, these are not act as a good screen, not a good screen. That means attractions are very high. Poor shielding effect means these are not act as a good wall, not a good screen. Weak screening effect or poor screening effect. So these 6s electrons easily moves towards nucleus. These are not a good screen. Why? Because their larger size. Good screen means it can prevent the attraction between nucleus and outermost electrons, and they maintain larger distance. But here, due to the larger size of 4f and 5d, how they act as? They act as very poor shielding effect or poor screens. That means 6s electrons are very easily attracted by the nucleus. Okay, 6s electrons very strongly attracted by nucleus. Okay, clear? Is it clear, Maptu? Here, no metallic. So is it clear? 6s electrons are very strongly attracted by the nucleus. That means nucleus held the 6 6s electrons very strongly. Very strongly. It catches the electrons very strongly without moving. So that means it prevent the or decrease. It decrease the extension of delocalization of 6s electrons in metallic bond. Metallic bond. That means these 6s electrons when away from this nucleus, they are easily participate in metallic bond. Delocalized means they available for the metallic bond. Delocalization means they ready to available for the formation of metallic bond. That means strong bonds. But due to weak screening effect or poor screening effect, these 6s electrons are very strongly attracted by this nucleus. Then availability of electron is not easily. It is catch that electron, it hold that electrons. So delocalization of electrons are not available in this case. That means metallic bond is not possible. Okay. So in this purpose, mercury is at liquid state. Okay. Clay, that means that it cannot form the stronger bonds. So mercury is at liquids. What about the bonds, attraction bonds in liquids when comparing with solids? Weak, am I right? In gases they are very weak. So it is act as actually mercury is a liquid metal. Metal means actually it has strong, but it is a liquid state. What is the reason in liquid? Why we call it is liquid metal? Due to the strong attractions of 6s electrons towards nucleus and availability of these 6s electron is very less, so there is no strong metallic bonds are possible. That is the reason why mercury is liquid metal. Okay, and it is soft in nature. Keep it in our mind. Poor shielding effect means outermost electrons are easily moved towards nucleus, where 4f and 5d orbitals are bigger in size. They cannot stop the interaction of 6s electrons to the nucleus. If it is good shielding effect, they can decrease the effect of nucleus on outermost electrons. Okay, keep that in our mind. In 3D transition series, vanadium has highest melting point and boiling point, and also vanadium has high heat of enthalpy. And in the 4D transition series, and least is zinc. Okay, least values zinc. And 4D transition series, highest is molybdenum. Okay, and in the 5D trace is highest melting point, boiling point and heat of atomization for tungsten 5D transition series. Okay, keep that. These three are belongs to, that means molybdenum and tungsten belongs to which group? 6th B group. This is 3D and this is 4D and this is 5D. Keep it in our mind. Okay. Is that clear, ma? And let's see the next important topic here. Write the question. Why transition metals have high melting point, boiling point and high heat of atomization? Due to presence of, answer, due to presence of unpaired electrons in n-1d in addition to ns. Okay, clear? Which of the following transition metals has lowest melting point values? Option A chromium, option B manganese, option C technetium, option D vanadium. Okay, so these three are the answers. When comparing with manganese, technetium has somewhat high melting point, but these two are very lowest melting point values. Already we discussed due to complex structure of manganese. Trends in the melting point of transition metals and graphical representation. And graphical so what about the melting point? That we'll discuss in graphically. Okay, this is atomic number on the x-axis, increase from left to right, this is 0. Okay, atomic number denotes with Z, and these are the melting points of transition metals in kelvins, in Kelvin. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 Kelvin, 4 Kelvin. This is the melting point of transition. We have three types of transition series. One is 3D, another one is 4D, 5D transition series. Okay. Now let us see the graphical representation here. Okay. This is titanium, vanadium, chromium. This is manganese, okay. This is iron, cobalt, nickel. This graph is nickel, okay. This is zinc, okay. This is zinc, and here it may be copper. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here in manganese, which group it is? Sixth B group. Sixth B group, and it belongs to 3D. It has D5 configuration. 5 unpaired electrons are here. Listen carefully. But what is its melting point? Its melting point is very less. Compare here. Increasing order. Melting points are increases from 0 to. Even though it has 5 unpaired electrons, already we discussed in the previous class also. It has 5 unpaired electrons. I think we are expecting it has maximum melting point. Am I right? So, but it has low melting point values. Okay, low melting point value. Okay. Actually, vanadium has maximum. Vanadium has maximum melting point. Vanadium has maximum melting point. Okay. So it has D5 configuration 5. Here it is D3 only. Okay. But it has maximum melting point then. Why? Because it has complex structure. Already we discussed. Complex structure. Due to that reason, it has low melting point. It has maximum melting point here. Okay. So which series it is? 3D transition series. So titanium, vanadium, chromium, what happened? Melting point is increases. Okay. And suddenly it decreases. So which group it is? 6th B group. 6th B group. 6th B. Up to 6th B melting point is increases. Am I right? Write that point. In 3D transition series, up to 6th B group, melting point is increasing. Melting point is increasing. Am I right? But at 7th B, that is manganese, which is 3D transition series, has lowest melting point due to its complex structure, even though it has 5 unpaired electrons in D5. Clear, all of you? It has maximum. Let us come to now 4D transition. That is starts from, that is also same manner. Don't touch here. This is 4D transition series. Okay. After manganese, here it is technetium is there, like manganese. It is also 7th B. In 4D transition, it has lowest melting point. There is sudden decrease in the melting point. Am I right? Sudden decrease in the melting point. And chromium, here it is molybdenum. Molybdenum, this is belongs to 6th B. Okay. 6th B group has high melting point. Already we discussed it. Chromium, molybdenum. This is 3D. This is 4D. Okay. Here 3D. This one is 4D. Transition C. 4D. Okay. And here it starting is here zirconium and niobium. Okay. NB. And molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, RH. Ruthenium Ru. Okay. Ruthenium, rhodium, palladium. This is palladium and this is silver Az. Okay. Clear? So in the 4D transition, technetium is also have sudden decrease in their melting point when comparing with this. Molybdenum has maximum here. Molybdenum has maximum. here technetium has less melting point, suddenly decrease, even though it has D5 configuration like manganese. Keep it in 4D5. Even though 5 unpaired electrons like manganese, it has also less melting point. It has abnormal behavior here. Actually, melting point is maybe increased, but here suddenly decrease. So molybdenum has, which is belongs to 6th B group. Here also melting point increases up to molybdenum. Okay, right. In 4D transition series, up to 6th B group, up to 6th B group, melting point increases with atomic number, am I right? So atomic number is here and here it is for molybdenum. Atomic number is increases nearby to molybdenum, and automatically melting point is also increases up to 6th B group. Okay, but at 7th B group of 4D transition series, in which element is there? Technetium has lowest melting point. You should have to remember this. Okay, and come to next one, that is not very much decrease. This is iron, gold, okay, and manganese, technetium, and rhenium. What about this one? This is rhenium, which is belongs to 7th B group and D5 configuration also it has. Okay, 3D, 4D, 5D, 5. There is 5 unpaired electrons also here also. When comparing with these two, it has somewhat high melting point values. More than 3 Kelvin. Okay, so especially these two are very, very important. Okay, when comparing this one has high melting point or not? High. Okay, here it is hafnium, tantalum, and this is tungsten. Tungsten has highest melting point. Tungsten has highest melting point in entire periodic table. Okay, tungsten. How much it is melting point value? Nearly 3410 degrees Celsius. Okay, clear. Keep that. Already we discussed. So it is also belongs to same group, 6th B group. Clear. So what are the elements present here? 6th B. In 6th B in the graph, tungsten, initially chromium, which is 3D, and after molybdenum, which is 4D, and there this is 5D transition series. 5D transition, that is tungsten. This is the group which has highest melting point. Order is 3D greater than, 4D greater than, 5D. What is 5D? Tungsten. Tungsten has highest melting point here. Okay, keep that. So this is the graphical representation. Rhenium. Okay, and after that osmium and iridium and platinum and iron. So these two are highest density, osmium and iridium. So these are the graphical representation. Am I right? So after 7th B is completely decreased, up to 6th B increase. 7th B there is some down is there. Here in this case very much low melting point. After 7th B again the melting point is decreases. Am I right? Decreases. And for the zinc almost are very less. It is 900 degrees Celsius. Zinc has not 0, 900. Zinc has very less. Why zinc has very less melting point? Zinc has very less melting point here. Zinc has less melting point. What is the reason? Absence of unpaired electron in D. Absence of unpaired electron in 3D5. absence of unpaired electrons. Unpaired electrons. Am I right? Clear? All of you? Through this graph we can explain about all the points. Okay? And next, see, very important, this one, trends in the heat of atomization of transition metals. Heat of atomization or enthalpy of atomization, that is delta H atom. Delta H atom. Let's see. So the graphical representation is same here, like in the melting point, graph is same. Okay. Same graph here also we denote. The graphical representation is, this is delta H atom, that means heat of atomization increasing order. This is 0, this is atomic number Z. Okay, so the first transition series, similarly this is 0, 100, 200, 300, 4, 500, 600, 900 kilojoule per mole, delta H value, kilojoule per mole. Okay, so now the graphical representation is here. Similarly, for 3D transition series, okay, this is 3D, and what about 4D? And here okay, so same graph as usual in the above. Okay, so this is manganese, technetium, rhenium. Okay, what about here? Tungsten, chromium, molybdenum here. Okay, this is iron, this is silver, this is copper. Okay, copper and zinc. The last one is zinc. Okay, and here it is platinum, here osmium and iridium. Okay, what about here? Ruthenium, rhenium, rhodium, and this one is palladium here, and here so titanium, vanadium, chromium, here zirconium, niobium, here hafnium, tantalum, tungsten. So same graph for heat of atomization also represents same representation here. So number of unpaired electrons are increases, heat of atomization is also increases. Number of unpaired electrons in n-1d, and in addition ns electron, delta H atom is also high. Okay, so vanadium has maximum delta H atom here, maximum delta H atoms, keep that in your mind. And heat of atomization is similar to melting point also. That means melting point order 3D less than 4D less than 5D, and delta H atom order is 3D less than 4D less than 5D. That means atomization of 3D transition, this is 3D transition elements. Delta H value, these are increasing. Delta H of 3D is lower than 4D. 4D is lower than 5D. Am I right? 5D. 5D transition. These series having higher atomization energy values, almost all 400. Okay. But 4D value somehow decreases, nearly 320 like that. And here 3D is very much less than. When comparing with 3D transition series, 4D transition series, 5D transition series, this one has least atomization and melting points, and comparing with these two. Okay, remember this. Maximum number of unpaired electrons causes maximum delta H atom. Delta H means heat of atomization. Okay, and maximum valency electrons, that means the electrons which are in 4s and 3D, almost all unpaired electrons. Maximum valence electron directly proportional to delta H maximum atom. Okay, that means it makes stronger interatomic attractions. More number of unpaired electrons are possible, more metallic attractions that takes place. So they produce, atoms produce stronger metallic bonding. So high delta H maximum takes place. Enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization important to determine standard electrode potential. Standard electrode potential E naught. Already we discussed in the previous class also what is electrode potential of transition metals. Okay, so keep this value. Okay, of metal. Next one, metals which are having highest delta H atom. Delta H means, students, high heat of enthalpy or heat of atomization. Okay, have highest boiling points also. Those which are having highest heat of atomization, they possess highest boiling point. Okay, and those metals are noble in their reaction. Those which metals having highest delta H value and also highest boiling points, they are noble in their reaction. Nobles means inert, chemically inert. Inert means less reactive, and more stable, okay. Those elements which are having maximum delta H values, those are chemically inert in their reactions. That means less reactive. Those which are less reactive, they are very stable and they have high boiling point. Keep these values. Okay. Okay, students. Again, we will meet on tomorrow. Have a nice day. Why melting point and delta H is similar for the transition metals? What is the reason? When we observe the graphical representation, both are having similar. Okay, keep that in your mind. These are important. So tomorrow we will discuss some of the important bits regarding density, volume, okay, atomic radius and ionic radius. Okay, okay students, thank you very much.